निकल गया रे यार आगे ही डालना पड़ेगा अरे देखने ही नहीं दिया तूने मुझे let me just see my face this looks silly don't you think but anyway
I mean देखो
I'm not silly okay so we are going to play the park and new game Rohan has already played it so the park is a narrative experience best played in a dark room wearing headphones headphones yes but agar dark hua to koi dikhega nahi it deals with subject matter that may be disturbing to some players and blah 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 blah, blah. Funcom presents
In my heart and mind,
stop this
I always return to Atlantic Island Park.
I need to increase my volume नहीं मेरा मैं कर लूंगी अपना वहां से बढ़ा सकते हो फुल है ना मॉनिटर
Where's Mr. Bear?
I haven't seen Mr. Bear, Callum. Stay in the car. I'll go and ask information.
Okay, so we are the mom, right?
Yeah.
And we are looking for our kid. Wait, what? What you doing?
Graphics देखो एकदम max line में. Enable motion blur yes. Resync off apply.
Okay. यार एक काम कर अपना हाथ इसके नीचे डाल मुश्किल हो रहा है मुझे हाँ अब ठीक है
Attention patrons, the park is now closed. Please make your way to the car park at your earliest convenience. Employees
अभी वहाँ से कुछ हमें टिकट लेना है ना कुछ तो ऐसा था लेकिन कोई है नहीं पार्क क्लोज्ड है बता रहा है
Callum was born the day this place opened. This is his favorite place in the world.
1977. A tribute to untamed water Solomon Island and the people who use their talents to bring the dream of
Nathaniel Winter to life. May this park be a place where joy and laughter are gathered and used to infect all of those who follow after. Dedicated this first day of May 1977, James B. Longley. Longley. Mr. Longley. Eh?
What?
ये क्या इसी के बारे में ये वार्निंग दिया हुआ था ना कि ये गेम का पार्ट है इट्स नॉट योर
Hey, Lorraine.
काफी टाइम से खेला नहीं तो मैं
Don't
भी
blame yourself, Lorraine. People lose things all the time.
बहुत
Take a
धीरे
deep
बोल रहा है कुछ
breath.
सुनाई नहीं देगा माइक
Think
में
about the last place you saw your son's teddy bear.
Okay.
Hey, stop! I
बच्चा
think
घुस
your
गया
boy just ran into the park. I'll unlock the gates for you.
So now I think we have to
Yeah, we have to follow that kid.
get that kid back but I didn't even see a kid so what kid are we talking
Callum,
about
where are you going?
Over here.
Okay.
ये टेढ़ा मेरा क्या है
Callum, I told you to wait in the car.
This way, Mommy.
It gives you clues about something.
अच्छा ये वैसे बाकी गेम्स की तरह
Okay, तो यहाँ पे और बहुत पढ़ने को
यार इतना कौन पड़ेगा
सारा जगह है.
रुको ये किसने लिखा है
Nathaniel Winter. ये उनका वो पेपर है.
अच्छा ये कौन पढ़ते बैठेगा हट क्यों है कुछ गेम में इससे रिलेटेड
I think शायद यहाँ पे हमको जाना है ऐसा कुछ है.
अच्छा क्या क्या जगह है चैट फॉर द लिटिल वंस फॉर द टीन्स फॉर द बिग वंस अच्छा वो उसके अंदर वो भी लिखा जाएगा ट्राई द टनल ऑफ टेल्स फॉर अ जेंटल फैमिली फ्रेंडली रीटेलिंग ऑफ टाइमलेस फेरी टेल अरे यार इतना कौन पढ़ते रहेगा
Okay, whatever.
Callum,
Let's just
where
play
are you
the
going?
game.
Catch me, Mommy.
कहाँ जा रहा है?
हो रहा बच्चा
Wait up there for Mommy, Callum.
आगे
Something
तेज दौड़ के
special
नहीं जा
about the
सकते
entrance to an amusement park. A line drawn between the real world and the world of whimsy within. On this side, the apathy of our everyday lives. And on the other, anything we might dare to dream. It's no wonder Callum ran back inside. I wouldn't want to leave either.
Attention employees, the park is now closed. Have a safe journey home.
Park is now closed.
ये क्या है?
ठीक है.
Wait for
रात हो
Callum.
गया.
This way.
Supposedly night. इतना लंबा कौन बनाया है? For you.
Oh God. The park. What happened here?
इसमें अभी बता रहे थे कि the park
It's
is
easy to
now
get
closed.
lost here.
ये मैप है.
देख के तो लग रहा है कभी ओपन था ही नहीं.
Starting में
Wheel,
side show alley,
Octo,
roller coaster, house of
Tron,
horrors.
bumper
Tunnel
cars,
Tales.
roller coaster, house of horrors, sideshow valley, entrance, tunnel of tales. So अभी हम entrance हम यहाँ हैं. Side show alley. Valley नहीं है वो, alley है. Okay.
I think वो हम पहले अपना रास्ता चूज कर सकते हैं. पहले टनल ऑफ टेल्स में जाना है.
चलो चलते हैं.
पहले जो साइड शो एली में जाएंगे.
फिर उसके बाद
ऑक्ट्रॉन से पेरिस व्हील चलेंगे.
Ferris.
Whatever. बम्पर कार्स.
Color blind.
बम्पर कार्स.
अच्छा चल पहले जा तो सही
Okay,
पहले.
okay,
अरे
okay,
जा
okay,
तो
okay,
सही
okay,
साइड
okay.
शो वाली जहाँ भी.
Where
मेरे
did
को
you
तो
go?
समझ ही नहीं आ रहा था इसमें.
Come to mommy, Callum.
Okay, what is it?
मैंने भी गेम खेलने का कोशिश किया था बट
Come
वो
back,
कोशिश
Callum.
नाकाम रह गई. और बच्चा.
कहाँ है?
Oh.
Yo, kid, I'm there.
Anyway, we're not gonna catch him so.
See,
यहाँ.
this was side show alley?
नहीं ये brother. I thought I was bad with navigation.
I think this is locked right now, so
It is
probably
locked.
Callum!
it's the end. Yeah, we have to follow that path. We cannot.
Mommy needs to
अच्छा,
see
ठीक है,
you,
फिर
Callum.
Let's go somewhere. अच्छा, we have to
Come
follow
back,
that kid.
Callum.
Hmm.
Callum, tell mommy where you are.
वो क्या है बाप रे the nun.
Where did you go?
Catch me, mommy.
Yo,
बट
Come
यार
back.
ऐसा हॉरर हाउस में सॉरी
Okay.
फेयर में जाने में मजा आएगा.
Okay.
Bats.
I thought this was supposed to be horror house, not actually horror room.
Come out, sweetie.
Come on, this way.
रियल भूत है वहाँ पे.
Carrie.
Carrie
Is-
Killian is
Satan's.
Satan's. Oh,
Where are
you
you?
can say it's family friendly channel. Can we go in?
Callum, come back here right now.
I'm family friendly.
Too dark. I'm not going in there without a flashlight.
Yeah, I'm scared.
Why
Let me run,
doesn't
let me
she
run.
have a flashlight?
Callum!
Maybe.
It
Where
was
did
not
you go?
supposed to be night right now.
हाँ तो maybe because वो दिन को गई और अचानक से रात हो गया. Maybe because of that.
This way.
That
Callum,
kid
where'd you
definitely
go?
did not call you into the rocks. What are you doing, brother? And I thought I was bad at it.
I'm just trying to search if it's right here.
Come on,
wait for
man.
mommy.
Over here.
मॉम को छोड़ के जाता है
Callum,
बेचने
where are you?
The hell?
This way, mommy.
छोड़ के जाता तो ठीक है. ये
Wait,
भूत
Callum.
की जगहों पे कहाँ ले जा रहा है?
Over here.
Okay.
हाँ, यही था ना कहीं?
Chart the chipmunk.
Hello?
Examine
I
shoe.
think this belongs to Callum.
Nice shoe.
ले लेते हैं.
I'm not playing anymore, Callum. Chad the chipmunk,
This
huh?
way.
Just a drunk guy in a
Chad
suit.
the Chipmunk welcomes you to Atlantic Island Park. Chad can be seen in daily ice sculpting shows in the following locations: 11 a.m. Sideshow Alley, 1 p.m. the Octotron, 3 p.m. ये मैं फोटो ले लूँ क्या इसका?
I believe you don't need to do that.
कुछ यूजफुल था ना ये तो?
I believe.
Let me just take it.
hardly believe. I mean, we don't even need it probably.
I don't know, but let's take it because मैंने
Okay.
जब last time खेला था कुछ तो था उसमें.
Chad the chipmunk, words in class.
Chad the Chipmunk, first in class.
Seems
Chad
to
can't even seem to pass. Chad gets angry, likes to fight. Chad is beaten every night. No, that's not true. Chad will have a dead end job. Chad will die a useless slob. क्या है? कौन लिख कोई और लिख के गया है ये? ये उसमें
Probably
Mommy
Chad
needs to
himself.
see you, Callum.
This way.
Excuse me?
restrooms.
Excuse me, I want to.
Come to mommy, Callum.
Come to mommy.
What's this?
ये तो इतना छोटा बच्चा है, फिर ये कहाँ घूम रहा है रात रात को? मुझे नहीं लगता ये बच्चा भी है, भूत ही है ये। हेंडरसन। ये क्या कोई लेटर पड़ा हुआ है यहाँ पे किसी का? स्पार्क के बारे में, अटलांटिक आइलैंड पार्क। ओके, थिंक वी कैन मूव अहेड। स्लो
Stop! Callum!
Catch me, Mommy.
Anything else?
दिस किड इज अनोइंग यार। ये
No,
तेरे को और कोई
sweetie.
जगह नहीं मिली इतने खतरनाक
I
दिखने
mean,
वाले।
why at night, bro?
खतरनाक
Where are
दिखने वाले
you?
पार्क में तेरे को घुमाना था जाके।
Over here.
Yeah, turn.
Don't hide from me, Callum!
Something else?
What is
Stop,
this?
Callum! Where are you?
Is this something down below?
Callum, stay where you are! Callum, stay where you
अच्छा
are!
ये वो वाला जगह है। जा 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 जा। हाँ ये इसमें जाना पड़ता है जिसमें।
Yeah,
हाँ
scary place, right?
हाँ यार ये स्कैरी है। ओह नो। जाना? अच्छा वो रुकेगा क्या वहाँ?
Yeah,
हाँ राइट।
let's go.
स्वान।
I cannot move. Everything will go according
Why
to
you can't move?
plan. What will you do? Jump into the water?
ऐसे वाले में हम
Callum?
गए हैं क्या? पता नहीं असल में
I
मतलब।
think, हाँ.
डरावना नहीं।
Imagica में था ना ये same चीज. And it was not a swarm, it was a boat. और वहाँ पे
डायनासोर वाला कितना
dinosaur
मस्त
का
था
तेल
ना?
था.
एंड में तो ओ हो वो बहुत ही मस्त था। सुपर। कुछ आने वाला है ना यार?
Yeah, of course. ये बता क्यों रही हो?
सॉरी
Near a
गाइस।
great forest, there lived a poor woodcutter, his wife and his 2 children. A boy named Hansel and a girl named
Something to
Gretel.
help everyone.
And that is
Enable subtitles.
पहले क्यों नहीं किया?
They were very poor
दिमाग।
and had very little to bite or sup.
Sup bro?
What will become of us? The woodcutter asked his wife one night. I tell you what, husband, we will take the children into the thickest part of the forest tomorrow and abandon them there. No, my wife, I cannot do that, said the man. Then we will all 4 starve, you fool. Hansel and Gretel overheard their parents talking, and Gretel began to weep. Do not fret, Gretel, Hansel said. He crept out of the hut and gathered white stones from the ground to fill his pockets. The next morning, the woodcutter leads the children into the forest. Before they leave, their mother gives them a slice of bread and warns them that they will get no more food that day. Clever Hansel leaves a trail of white stones behind them as they pass into the woods.
I think
When
we
their
just-
father leaves them,
we just
the children
he's
wait
not
a
there.
while, then follow the
He
trail
is-
back to their parents' house.
Good luck, bro. Good luck, bro.
और ये मेरे को रात में दिखने वाला है।
After
Siz
receiving a
dolay.
thorough scolding from their parents for getting lost in the woods, the children are sent to bed without any supper. Hansel tried to sneak out and collect more white stones, but found that the door was locked. Tomorrow I will take them into the woods myself, the wife told the woodcutter.
Callum, where did you go?
In the morning, their mother gave them a slice of bread and led them deep into the forest once again.
Excuse me?
Hansel broke his bread into pieces and left a trail of breadcrumbs to lead them safely home. But hungry-eyed birds snatched up the breadcrumbs and his trail was destroyed. Abandoned by their parents and unable to find the trail home, the children wandered in the forest for 3 days. The children stumbled into a clearing with an exceedingly strange house. Its walls were made of gingerbread, and its windows were panes of clear sugar. Hansel, desperately hungry, ran forward and began to nibble on the walls. Nibble, nibble, little mouse. Who's nibbling at my house? An old woman emerged from the house, sniffing the air and peering around with cloudy eyes. Oh, you dear children, who brought you here? Just come in and stay with me. No harm will come to you. But Hansel and Gretel stayed back, for the old woman reminded them of their cruel mother. Come, children, don't be afraid. I have something for you. The old woman offered them 2 enormous lollipops. The children took them and began to eat. You see, nothing to fear here. Come inside, the old woman urged, and the children, still licking their sweets, followed. Once inside the house, the old woman changed. She stuffed Hansel into a cage
Alright.
and put Gretel to work, sweeping and cleaning her hut. Your brother will make a good mouthful, the old witch told Gretel. Once he is fattened
Of
up,
course, kind of
I shall
Fattened.
feast upon him.
बच के रहो चुड़ैल से.
Oh shit.
Time passed, and poor Hansel refused to eat, fearing the day that the witch would eat him. The witch, for her part, grew impatient. Today I will cook and eat your brother, Gretel. Climb inside and light the oven. But Gretel pretended
silhouette
not to
hai.
understand.
चुड़ैल का.
I do not know how. Where is the opening? Fool, the old witch said. The opening is here. And she moved to show Gretel.
हाँ वो तो सोच रही थी.
Seizing her courage, brave Gretel gave the witch a shove, and the old crone tumbled forward into the oven. Gretel slid a large iron bolt over the door to the oven. Gretel
बेचारे
freed
बच्चे.
her brother Hansel, and together they lit a fire beneath the oven. And though she screamed and begged, the children sat by the oven until her screams had stilled, and the witch was cooked.
बच्चे भी खतरनाक हैं.
And then, because even children can't survive on sweets, they
What?
divided up the body of the old witch and ate her.
That's not a story you would
Children's
tell
story.
kids. What kind of a park is this?
Actually, it is. Okay.
अम्मा 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 इसकी मुंडी कैसे मुड़ रही है?
Nothing to do here.
Just flexing, bro.
Nothing's wrong. Nothing's wrong.
Just flexing, broda.
Okay. So that story is actually real one. It's the actual real one, which these German guys collected. So they collected these fairy tales from history, all of them, and this is the actual true version
But
of the
obviously
story.
for kids this story is not appropriate, so
Actually, it was also made for kids. The book. It was made for kids
Callum,
only.
where are you?
well then they modified it, right?
I used to read it
Because
to
I
Callum.
don't-
The
Now, I
electricity
think
was shut
Disney
off.
modified it, and so
Those
many
poor
other people.
children.
Wait, let us hear.
The whole world against them. The forest, the birds, the old witch, even their own parents. I used to imagine that Callum and I were the kids in that story. Not mother and son, but brother and sister, hand in hand against the unkind world. We were always hungry, Looking for our own house made of candy. Looking for the sweetness that could take the pain away. Hunger leads people to desperate, terrible places where the tree branches reach like claws.
तो story
Wait for mommy!
actually में it's a complete true original version.
Oh, so this was the original
Where are
version.
you?
Yeah.
Wait, Callum!
Here.
Callum, come back here right now!
Catch me, Mommy.
Another
Why would
accident.
there be a car?
This place.
I mean, why would there be a car and
What's this? Blood?
okay.
Despite the constant interruptions to work, Atlantic Island Park will be opening on time. The governor is booked to cut the ribbon, so the only real question is whether we will have any customers. I'm not truly worried. The customers will come out of simple curiosity. I deduced what was needed from the banned writings of Archie Henderson. It's astonishing to think that a resonance of positive emotions can be used to fuel such a process. Henderson himself chose to use negative, and that caused some of the taint that still lingers in this place. I will not make his mistakes. Very soon, I will know if this has all been for nothing. ये लेटर किसके लिए छोड़ के जा रहे हैं ये लोग? भाई कोई है ही नहीं.
I think
Stay where you
ये
are.
जगह है यहाँ पे बहुत बुरे चीजें हैं. ओके भाई ये टेडी को स्टैब क्यों किया आपको भाई?
Mommy needs to see you,
चक्की तो नहीं है
Callum.
वो टेडी.
Okay, then stab more.
Stay where you are.
Callum.
ये पत्थर कहाँ फेंक रहा है भाई?
Come out, sweetie.
Mother duck said quack, 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 quack.
Where are you?
Here.
Hello?
अच्छा अभी ऑक्टोट्रॉन में जाना है.
I'm not playing anymore, Callum. Where are
यार
you?
लेकिन ये बड़ा मस्त लग रहा है ना? मैजिका में होता तो ऐसा मजा आ जाता.
This old thing used to make the blood run to my head.
Okay, one funny
Make me
thing. Have
dizzy.
we started recording? Yes, we are recording.
और ये जी फोर्स
Stop! Callum!
Yeah, it must be.
उसका तो चेक करेगा तो फिर बंद हो जाएगा.
Actually, no.
Don't tell me you're not recording.
I just want to check. वो डर लगता है ना कभी नहीं हुआ तो अभी
I'll
भी टाइम
quit.
है. अभी भी टाइम है कि कर
मेरे को
सकते
तो
हैं.
बहुत नींद आ रही है. कैसे टाइम है?
अभी भी टाइम है लेकिन की कर सकते हैं. Yes, we are recording. Nothing to worry. Okay.
Heart attack.
The guy just snapped. Those poor kids.
I'm not going to read that. It's too much.
Okay.
Too
Eyewitness
much.
report. Atlantic Park incident. Officer duty.
अच्छा ये तो एक्सीडेंट हुआ है उसका है. We were waiting for our turn on the ride. Frank, me, and the boys. This fellow in the chipmunk suit is making an ice carving while people took photographs. Lawrence wanted to go over him, but I've always been a bit wary of those suits. They gave me the creeps. It's silly, I know. Anyway, the chipmunk man, he was carving and picking away at the ice. And at first we thought he was making some animal like a tiger or lion, but as more and more ice fell away, when you first looked, it was like a human face smiling out of that block of ice. But the more you looked at it, the more you saw that there was something not quite right about the proportions, something unnatural that made your heart begin to beat just a little bit faster, like you were prey and that thing in the ice was a hunter. But then these teenagers walked up and one of them made a face at the carving and said something rude to the guy in the chipmunk suit, and then, well, he went berserk. For a few moments it was chaos. Everybody was running away from the guy who had one of teenagers on the ground, and he was stabbing with the face ice pick, and blood was spraying and people were screaming, and Frank and I had the kids and we were dragging them away as fast as we could. And the last thing I saw before Frank dragged me away was that the eyeball of one of those poor kids had landed on the ice sculpture, making the horrible creature look more or less alive. Chee, उसने eyeball निकाल दिया?
I think that Teddy is some similar
Hello?
related to it.
Where are you?
So
Callum!
can we go in?
Where did
जाना
you
पड़ेगा ना
go?
अब इस ride में. So let's go
Callum,
on
tell mommy where you are.
Octotron. ये बच्चा ही है या भूत है भाई?
Mommy
कहाँ
needs to
दिखता
see you,
नहीं?
Callum.
Right on the
Ride
Can't get
Octotron.
on while it's moving.
so we have to come.
Decrease speed.
Okay, so who will increase speed for it?
That's
I
the
can't get on while
question.
it's moving.
Now we can get on it.
Okay.
Stop. Okay, why is that guy sitting there?
Which है?
Why is he in yeah.
Look
That
at
guy-
him.
Why is he there? I mean,
He's operating and he's making it faster.
he has no reason to be. Is it?
Look.
Seriously or
Look around. I have seen that.
Oh. What the hell? Did you see that?
I have seen that for the third or fourth time now.
Yeah, I
but
saw
it's
that
still
for the
scary.
first time. Okay, so can we increase speed?
What will happen? Nobody's won the ride, but it'll just go.
Okay, I'll just take my
Who's
leave.
the guy who was increasing the speed? Examine
that-
Polaroid.
That thing.
Oh, I remember this.
हैं? ये फोटो किसे आया यहाँ
Okay,
पड़ा है?
what? Why?
Wait,
Is it
Callum!
supposed to be there?
ये यहाँ क्यों पड़ा
Mommy
है?
needs to
What's
see you,
that,
Callum.
हाँ वही लग रहा है गेट. यार मुझसे मत पूछा कर, मुझे तो कुछ पता
हाँ,
नहीं
यहाँ
है.
से आते हैं.
बट दिख रहा है. हाँ वही है.
Callum!
कहीं और जाना है ना
So we
भाई?
have two exits
हाँ
here.
वहाँ जाना है.
One
मैंने
is
ये
this
छोड़ा
and the
था.
other one is that
यहाँ
one.
जाके देखना. यहाँ वो दूसरा जगह है शायद.
यहाँ पे
Giant wheel, Ferris wheel.
Giant wheel जाने की bumper car. वैसे.
ये जाना ना अभी. अच्छा.
Come back.
Okay, there's
नहीं जा
something.
पाएंगे.
Yeah.
Frustrated by the fact that the plans seem incomplete, I know as well as anybody that the rules of the game can be changed with enough money. But no matter how much money talks, it can't conjure up missing plans from thin air. I tried contacting the organization who sold me these plans and they are stonewalling me. Every contact that I had, every meeting place that I have had watched are swept bare. I have a sinking feeling that I have been swindled. We've gone ahead with what we could find in the plans regardless. The harvesting machines, the transport mechanisms, etc. I'll probably let Nicholas name them something cute for the day we open the park. They will be rides after all. Names cute है भी या नहीं? हाँ cute. चलो Octotron सुन के किसको डर तो नहीं लगेगा.
Yeah.
Callum!
Mother
So,
duck
yeah.
said quack, 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 quack.
Callum!
उससे
Treachery hides in thoughts. Treachery that lashes like a whip and scars our insides. The first time I saw Callum, my thoughts betrayed me. I looked down at this wrinkled, red, bawling thing and I thought, is that it? We build our world from expectations, and the world that I had built for Callum was no different. He was so real, so there, and so far from my expectations. And they shattered, and as they fell in pieces, that one treacherous thought became a new foundation. All of the love that we shared, all of the warmth and goodness that followed, built on a single, traitorous thought.
traitorous thought.
Callum, where are
too
you?
much.
Oh, okay. Oh. Okay, I did not
Come
expect
back,
that at
Callum.
ये तो
all.
मैंने भी नहीं
And
देखा है.
we did not read that as well. Okay.
यहाँ तक मैं पहुंची ही नहीं थी फिर बंद कर दिया
Okay.
था मैंने.
Stop,
Okay.
Callum!
I think इसके अंदर जो बंदी है वो थी वो.
That was
Hello?
not Callum. Did you
Yeah,
not see?
ये औरत. ये औरत थी. Let me.
Come to mommy, Callum.
Okay, let's just pretend that did not happen.
Come out, sweetie.
Touch me, Mom.
Okay, इसको देख के कोई डरेगा नहीं क्या?
बच्चों के
you
पार्क
go?
में ये सब क्या है?
I mean, okay.
Maybe light
Don't
में
hide from me,
cute लगता
Callum.
हो.
मैं तो Outlast खेलना चाहिए ऐसे.
चल
Come
चल
out,
यहाँ चलते
sweetie.
हैं.
Mother duck said
Bumper car.
car.
I don't even want to go.
Let's go.
Wait for mommy.
Okay,
Take a
there's
look.
something
Constant
here.
crashes and 80s music. Guess it floats someone's boat.
Examine device. Finally लड़की को दिखाया.
Stop, doctor! Stop it,
Okay.
Wait,
She's
is that her
hallucinating.
future?
She's hallucinating.
Achha.
Mommy needs to see you, Callum.
I think this woman is not right. There.
Callum? Where'd you go?
यार इसमें jump scares है यार.
Don't hide from me, Callum.
है ना?
Callum! Mommy needs to see you, Callum. Callum! Where did you
मैं सोचा
go?
भूत है वो तो कुछ.
Hello?
क्या है ये
ये
अजीब
जो
सा?
आता है वो when you call out for Callum, you can see things which you need to.
Wait for mommy.
अच्छा.
You have an accident report.
यहाँ एक एक्सीडेंट हुआ है.
So many accidents.
यहाँ तो एक्सीडेंट ही हुआ तो ये पार्क चल कैसे रहा है भाई?
That's why it's trashed right now.
हाँ. ए वो दिखा ना इसमें पढ़ना मुश्किल है वैसा नहीं आया
नहीं यहाँ पे
है?
अच्छा दिख रहा है ना.
हाँ अच्छा तो दिख रहा है. ब्रीफ
Francis.
बोलने वाली थी ब्रीफ को इतना नहीं आ रहा. Brief description of the accident or incident. During the transport of the bumper cars into the arena, one of the straps attaching the load to the truck came untied, causing a cascade of bumper cars onto Francis,
Okay.
who was standing directing the driver. Francis was crushed by the weight of the cars. Describe
Okay.
any injuries caused. Francis was killed. ये था injury.
That's a pretty big injury. in my opinion.
Did the injured employees see a doctor? Yes. If yes, did you file an employer's portion of a worker's compensation form? Yes. नीचे नीचे.
I don't think the injured employee can see the doctor anymore.
Because that injury is fatal. Supervisor's comments. Dexter, the truck driver, claims to have seen someone on the back of the load undoing the straps. Nobody else reported seeing that. The sheriff has requested that Dexter provide them with urine samples. What could have been done to prevent this accident or incident? Double checking of the straps after transit should be mandatory, and drug screening for all drivers. Have the unsafe conditions been corrected? Yes, no. No, not corrected. Employer or supervisor's signature, blah blah blah. Additional comments. The local laborers are very superstitious and this hasn't helped. Some of them are refusing to return to work until we have someone from the local church walk the park and exercise
Okay,
the
so
spirit.
this park is weird from the beginning.
Oh,
Okay.
why is this sound? देखो तो कैसे ट्रैक इसका मुंह है वो.
Okay, where is that?
ये हुआ था क्या?
I don't believe
Where
that
are you,
should
Callum?
happen.
बच्चे की रोने की आवाज आ रही है अभी. उसका बच्चा तो इतना छोटा नहीं है.
I think some of the things she's imagining
Mommy is coming, Callum.
hallucinating. She sounds weird.
Stay where you are.
The things she says, traitorous things.
Stay where
Us
you are.
against the world.
Yeah, that's pretty weird. she reminds me of that.
मैं वही
Annie.
सोच
It's
रही
a
थी
matter of
Annie
public
from
record that I am a
Castle
failure
Rock
as a
2.
mother. Once,
See?
when Callum
ऐसे
was
ही
very
था.
small, I left him asleep in the car while I ran an
देखो,
errand.
This is
Don't
Annie.
even remember what it was. When I came back, the sheriff was standing next to the car, watching my boy through the window. I didn't like what I saw in his eyes. Judgment.
Beautiful.
He wrote me the ticket without saying a word. Just the scratch of his pen on the notepad. When he gave it to me, our eyes met. I know what you're going through. My daughter, Helen, she just gets some help. Help was a bolt of lightning. Help was 1,000 volts surging through my veins. Help
Okay.
is agony. I'd rather die. I wanted to scream. I'd rather you pulled your gun and shot me. But instead my mouth said, yes,
Oh,
Sheriff.
that.
I think she's been provided with some electric therapy.
वही तो था
Mommy is
उसको जो
coming,
दिख रहा था
Callum.
वहाँ पे. इसलिए उसको वो शॉक वाला दिख रहा था ना वो. वो तो काफी वो लग रहा था dangerous. Continually delayed by the incompetence of the builders. The problem is that they are locals and so they believe a lot of rumors about what old man Henderson used to do here. They grew up on these tales. Every time a bolt comes loose or a wrench goes missing, those fools are crossing themselves against the black magic. Of course, that is why I chose this site over all the other potentials. Solomon Island is a nexus for dark energies, and the thought of all that power just dissipating beneath the earth here, it makes my skin crawl. I called in a few favors back in Brooklyn and got someone at the local academy to see if they had any interesting books about local history. Turns out they do, and it turns out that the old man Henderson has some pretty strong connections to the Brooklyn crowd. Perhaps something he wrote will help me find the piece of the plans that I am missing. Arey, who is leaving
Where are
these
you?
letters?
I
Callum!
think it's the guy who.
Callum, where did you go?
अच्छा वो तो shadow है. मैं सोचा वहाँ भी कोई खड़ा
Callum!
है.
Tell mommy where you are!
Something over there.
Don't be afraid.
Now why?
Where are we?
Where is Callum?
At this place, okay.
अरे देखना ये Ferris wheel में नहीं जाना है
Callum, where
क्या?
did you go?
Ferris wheel, but I'm just trying to see if anything else is here.
अच्छा.
Callum? Callum!
I mean, what if we go there instead of follow the? Okay, so it's the same thing. It's that.
Ferris wheel. आप
Wait,
देख.
what if something is there to read? Or
Callum, where did you
अरे
go?
यार भाई. अरे भाई सेम जगह काहे
Where
जा
are you,
रहा
Callum?
है?
Over Octotron.
अरे भाई सेम
Where are
जगह
you?
मत जा. मुझे
Callum?
देखना है Ferris wheel में क्या है.
Okay, what's that sound?
Stay where you are!
Yeah,
Mommy
I
is
think
coming,
we did.
Callum.
Okay.
तूने क्या सोचा यहाँ पे कोई
एक
सदाको
और
खोया
एक
को आ
और एक
जाएगी?
और लेटर पढ़ा हुआ पढ़ लेंगे.
Mommy is coming, Callum.
साउंड तगड़ा है इस गेम का.
I don't like it.
Stay where you are! Callum, where did you go? Callum! Tell mommy where you are! Don't be afraid.
Let's go boys. Let's go. Let's go boys. Oh, decrease speed. फिर आएगा ना वो चीज?
I believe.
But who the heck is that? Oing,
Callum, where did you go?
oing. कैसा आवाज आ रहा
Well,
है?
now.
ये जो लो नोट्स और उसके फ्रीक्वेंसी वो कितना अजीब सा साउंड करता
Okay,
है.
there's him.
Who?
There's that
He's already
thing
there.
again, yeah. Okay, now I think we'll get another story.
Another ghost will pop up probably.
Mostly.
Amma.
Right in front of us. Niche.
Left side.
Hey, mountain. What's
It's
that?
a-
People come into your life for a reason. Dad used to say that before Mom ran off. After that, he mostly just drank.
Alright.
Things were different for Don and I. When we met, I was sweeping the floor at Susie's diner. He came in with some workers, but he didn't try to flirt or cop a feel like the others. He just ordered a coffee and sat there, watching me. When my shift was over, he offered to walk me home. I don't know how to describe that walk. We talked and laughed and eventually kissed. It felt like love. It felt like a fairy tale. I can't tell you if Callum was made that night or one of the ones that followed. But I think it has to be that night. That one perfect night. Dawn and I moved in together, but then, well,
What?
he died.
How?
According to the supervisor, his safety harness failed when he was working on the top of the Ferris wheel. Dawn was there
Ferris
one
wheel.
moment, and then
This
gone.
Ferris wheel. Okay.
Sometimes people leave your life for no reason. I was 3
Now
months
things are
pregnant with
fishy.
No,
Callum.
that's why they're staying here.
Fairy tale fucking over.
Like that.
अच्छा है उसका ही बच्चा है बच्चा मतलब यार कोई भूत तो दिखाई नहीं
I think that was only the story. Then we can see this creepy octopus looking at. Yeah.
वो देखो
I mean, why? Why are you even helping?
और जैसे मैं उतर जाता तो तुम कहाँ भाग जाते हो भाई हेलो आए तो बोलो
Okay.
Callum, where did you go?
I believe it might be her hallucination or something.
हो सकता है अच्छा चल अभी पॉज कर और दोबारा फिर प्ले करना है